Yo, mAng and Neads show. How do we do? Sonic Garden Radio Live. What day it is? Tuesday. Cinco de Mayo is on Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the mAng and Neads show, live on Sonic Gardens Radio. Our guest today, Mr. Jesse Tressler, the amazing, talented singer, songwriter, left-handed guitar player, drummer of Shaka, and many other talents. Yeah, man, happy to have him, and so we're looking forward to a nice episode today of that.
mAng and Neads.
mAng and Neads show. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Anybody that hasn't, please subscribe to our channel. Help us grow a little bit. We're looking to get 1,000 subscribers.
1,000.
And that's it, man. 1,000. So if you can hit that subscribe button, like, make a comment, share, tell your friends, whatever.
Tell your cousin.
We'd appreciate it. All right. And now to Mr. Joshua.
Yo, what is up? How we doing today? Chris, how you doing today?
Yo, I'm doing good, Neads.
Great.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. It's Tuesday. It is definitely Tuesday. Cinco de Mayo's on Tuesday this year, they say.
Taco Tuesday.
Yes, Taco Tuesday, Cinco de Mayo, cram it all in there. You got a tune for us, Jesse?
I do.
All right, we got
Awesome.
Jesse right here with a tune. I don't know what it is, but he's going to tell you.
All right.
Yeah, this one is called Dead and Gone, and I wrote it for Cinco de Mayo.
Go.
Well, I've been walking along these streets on the south side of town.
Jesse, welcome to the studio. You haven't been here in
Ever. He's never been here.
man. This is our 51st day, so that marks. I don't think you've been here in 52 days.
Precisely.
Because that's the last time we had our practice.
Yeah, I missed it quite a bit.
Yeah, man. Well, I've missed you, man. I've missed the whole thing too.
I missed you guys too a lot.
We've been trying to keep this thing going. Just basically using this show as promotion for all our music. We play tons of Sonic Gardens stuff, and I know you've been listening. And then
Absolutely.
And we just added this, getting people to come in. We figure. Obviously, you're like a good 20 feet from Josh, and I'm in a completely different room.
Fucking wall.
So it's like
too.
we have our best way of, and this place is already, so you use that front door. You're the only person that's come in that door in like 50 days, actually.
Good to know.
So
'cause
I figured.
didn't bring any sanitizer with me.
Yeah. So that
we
way.
got Clorox wipes
and
right
then
in
I
front
figure
of you.
I wipe down that entrance after you come in. So
Yeah.
anybody interested in coming in that's a little worried about the situation.
We all like the back door entrance.
And then
Well, who doesn't,
right.
so Josh and I use the back door. I do have my cameras all flooded.
Oh
and
man.
shit.
Jesus. Had all the time in the
You
world.
just got all these shit,
You look like you're flashing.
I'm the
in there.
juggler. I know.
The juggler.
I'm just gonna cut it out, I guess. I'll cut myself out of the thing. That's cool.
No, it kind of looks cool, like that old effect, like
Yeah.
your antenna's not working.
Yeah, that's why I was adding a special effect to that one. What else, Jesse? What else is new, man? How you guys holding down?
we're doing all right. We've kind of been isolating as much as possible, staying in. It's hard after a few weeks, and even I don't do that much in life, but it has been hard to do absolutely nothing for 3 weeks.
Right.
And to not have any time to come here and hang out with the guys, I'm missing all of that for sure.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm in a hurry to get back to normal life.
I'm pretty good with it.
I don't mind it, but
I like
No, it's
it.
even, but like the whole thing is that I'm like
don't
we've
have to.
said is that my life hasn't changed that much except for those few things, like being able to go, like obviously playing out.
Yeah.
Like we haven't set up any gigs or done anything, and it's so funny how that worked out because we were kind of coming into the spring going, wait, we don't really have anything a whole lot set up, and
Right.
we weren't like we were really kind of focusing on playing here anyway.
Yeah.
And recording and all that stuff. So now it just kind of put it to the place where it's like we don't even have that option. So it's not something in our way of producing in the studio. Like I think it's
Right.
a good opportunity actually for us.
Definitely. I've been thinking the same thing. I mean, if we could kind of hunker down and get some things done while we're unable to play out, I think it'd be a perfect opportunity.
And even on minimizing everybody's risk here, we could totally set the place up like we talked about within the whole studio and have different areas where we set up. We really get the headphones and everything to
even
play
if
a
we
huge part.
hung up pieces of plastic or just something to kind of divide each
Yeah.
person.
And I figure, drums can stay where they are, but it'd be kind of
Right.
cool to do that. So it'd be sound-wise, we'd really isolate all the sounds as much as we could as well.
Yeah, I guess it would be like recording in a real studio where they isolate everyone.
And then you kind of think that if we did it that way, we wouldn't be worried about taking down and switching and all that stuff because we basically would be able to leave it this way for the next couple months and ride this whole thing out,
Right.
Which like Josh and I have been saying, I don't know what's your opinion of it, but I think I'm just every more I think about it, I think this is all just a huge slow play and the realization that we're going to be basically on a lockdown until they come up with a
So you see
vaccine.
it getting worse. That you see it coming back kind of full.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
force. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because we've been locked down and the numbers didn't go down. So now they let us out before the numbers went down. It's inevitable.
Right.
So even if
Well, it's happened before in the past. I think with different viruses where they, most people thought it was kind of over and everyone went back to normal life, and then the numbers shot up and it was even worse than before.
And it
because
killed a
starts to
fuck ton of
mutate
people.
after.
Yeah. They're going to kill people.
Right.
That's what it does.
Yeah. So at the same time, we're a little more, most people I think are more resilient, not based on, just some things. So I'm not by any means on the train of get back out there and everybody go full blown and
No, I don't think that's the.
But I do think that the rules are more made because of the the places where there's like thousands of people coming into the same place, or even hundreds.
Right.
And that's where it's crazy, like that. Yeah.
And also, I think a lot of people don't listen and don't take it seriously. So I think that they have to sort of enforce these rules and maybe hand out fines to people who can't seem to follow direction. And I think that's probably wise, because you won't get people to take it seriously any other way.
Yeah.
Did you fall, Chris?
It's true though. It's that's what I'm saying. It's because like all these rules. So then it's just a lot of weird stuff and weird things going on. Even, what else I noticed is there's like a breakdown in the, like, how everybody's been at this battle. It's like been all about like left and right, obviously,
Yeah.
and it's like, and now the Trump era has like brought that so more to surface. I mean, Obama did too. It's like, that's when you first started, realizing these people that were, take this other stance.
I think they've worked very hard to separate right and left, so much so that it's really caused an uproar between people.
But now and now you have a little bit of a division within those ranks as well.
Even on the left, where there's a lot of division, or the right, where you're either
and
a
then
Trumper
but the right, but the right,
Republican.
even now though, it's come down to like whether or not you think it's a hoax. This coronavirus, you know what I mean? So you got a split within them. So then it's like some are going freedom, and then somebody's going, dude, this is like...
They're a bunch of fucking idiots. They'd rather fucking get in a party and then even do things that they don't want to fucking do, but they have to because they're aligned with fucking certain values in a party that half of the values they don't fucking believe in. And if they did, they wouldn't switch fucking parties like some of them do. They're fucking nuts.
Look, I think a lot of it is due to the fact, what Trump says, a lot of fake news. There's a lot of disinformation out there. People are getting information from all over the place and being bombarded by people telling them that it's all fake. They can't have it both ways, though. They can't have it when a news network says something that they don't like. It's fake news, but when they say something else, they can't fucking go and use that as their source if it's fucking fake news. Right. The other times, it doesn't work like that. That's not how life fucking works for these fucking people.
We try to call out as much of that as we can, the double-sided.
Yeah.
But man, it just seems pretty crazy. But I do think that we're on a bit of a slow play. I think that we're kind of fortunate in the way that if like right now, I guess we're not laughing at those doomsday people as much right now.
Well,
because they're kind of like,
prepped.
Yeah, it's like if you were sitting there going, shit, I got
50 jars of pickles.
Yeah. So did you, we brought it up yesterday, but did you happen to, you know about Alex Jones and InfoWars.
Yeah.
How he came out and on his show, he was saying how, like, it wasn't just like he was upset with the neighbors. He was saying, lately, I'll tell you what, my kids aren't going to starve. And he said, lately I've been looking at the neighbors thinking, yeah, I'll string them up. I'll eat them. And he's like going on about it. And it's just funny, man.
That's really worst case scenario stuff.
Yeah, but
man.
He's like ready to go. And he's like, not that I have to worry about it. I got lots of food stacked up. And like,
right.
But then he goes to that. So I don't know. I just, it's that whole thing where, it's like the next phase of people being like sitting home going, yeah, I don't care. So we're like going into the apocalypse or, the Stand or the Walking Dead, where it's like we already know that there's people out there going, I don't care about you. I care about my own.
Yeah.
And that's the way it's going to be.
And you've heard it from people, basically. I mean, people don't even care to wear a mask. And because, there's a lot of selfish attitudes out there,
They say it's their body.
Those are the funniest ones.
Yeah, they don't care about anybody else.
Because they're the same people that don't want people to have abortions. They are. They're a fucking bunch of fucking... Everybody's fucking brilliant when it comes to fucking... That's what I'm saying about they get on a side, even though they know they fucking sound stupid and ignorant about it. They're on that side already, so they just gotta fucking, just like feed it more.
No,
like,
Josh, I'm afraid they don't know that.
Feed it more. They just want to feed it more. Some of them do, though. Like, there is some of them that do. There's a lot that don't. They're just fucking drink the Kool-Aid.
Exactly.
But there's other ones that the only reason they're there, though, is because they have picked a side. They're not really on his side, though.
Right.
They're just there.
But they're backing their side because he's
Yes.
there. Yeah, totally.
There's a lot of that, too. But
Yeah,
there
and that
is a
goes
lot
for
of the
both
people that
sides,
drink the
you know?
Kool-Aid. Yeah. Oh, no, I know, man. That's what I'm saying, man. That
Right.
whole side thing is fucked
It's
up.
stupid, I know.
When something comes in front of all them, the Congress or the Senate, and it's a good fucking thing, it don't matter. It shouldn't matter what fucking side you're on.
Exactly.
It shouldn't.
man.
You should do the fucking right thing. But
I
that's
agree.
not how all these fucking idiots work.
No,
They're
because
too
it's not
worried.
about the right thing to them.
Right.
It's-
They're too worried about fucking, here's your corporation. They're too worried about fucking the corporation shit, who backed them and who did that shit.
Right.
That's the right part that,
And the corporations own the politicians.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a sick cycle.
Well,
out there.
they don't want their money or their this taken away from them, or we're not going to help you back this, that shit. So,
Right.
I mean, it's a fucking hell of a slope to, you got a good song for it? You got a song for us? I mean,
I have a song that's
I don't
right
mean
on the topic, to be
I don't
perfectly
mean that
honest.
I don't mean your songs aren't good, but I just mean, do you have a song before I fucking blow a top here, I think? Or
Yeah, I have a perfect song for this right for the moment.
All right, bud. All right. Well, go ahead. Let's hear it then.
All right.
This is called Ain't No Working Man Blues.
Take it away, Jesse. Sonic Gardens Radio.
If you ain't a working man, then you're living for free. I never been anything I never wanted to be. And everybody's just a bum, it's what you're told to believe. But I never been a working man, and I don't wanna be. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. Even if you have to think about it, know who you are. And every time you're feeling down, you should know there's a floor. You weren't made for this world, you were made for the stars. So I never been a working man, and I ain't gonna start. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah. It's just a matter of accepting what I'm trying to say. You can't speak your mind when they take it away. Because every other person that you meet is afraid. But I never been a working man, and I ain't gonna change.
All right.
Right.
Another good one, Jesse. Beautiful song. Man, that's relatable, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, it is.
try to keep them universal.
Yeah, man, I think about like working man game. If you get into the working man game at 8 to 5, and life,
Rat
man,
race.
life goes by so fast in that world.
Right.
And and then you always have to up the sustainability of that life. Like you start doing it and you get used to it and you say, my life sucks, but at least I can buy this thing. But then, then
blow
you just
up
And
doll.
it becomes all about that thing and those things.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, you gotta get lube for your blow up doll. Fucking, fucking life's a hell of a fucking travel. Yep. What do you got going on, Chris?
Hey.
Not much.
Hey, I'm over here, man.
All right. Is everything working out the way you hoped?
I don't know.
Oh.
So,
All right.
Chris, we've been working on doing some sleep music. Have I told you the spiel on sleep music, Jesse?
No.
We're gonna add a sleep music. I obviously have always wanted to for a while have a 24-hour radio station. So you figure like those dead hours at night, maybe like 11 o'clock to like 5, 6 in the morning, I could run a live Chris instrumental
When people
sleep
are
music
really
That would be really
fucked up,
cool.
when they're really fucked up
and
in the morning.
That means Chris won't be sleeping when he's...
Well, he
he's
Well,
late.
no,
He's
no,
a- he's a
actually, we
night owl anyway.
pre-record. We're
We'd
gonna
be-
pre-record it.
and
Oh,
then
okay, cool.
and then stream it for those hours so that we're active. And then obviously, we got the mAng and Neads show. We'll get back into more live bands like we did. It was amazing that we pulled that off the day before, like the end of the world, and we were able to capture so many of those cool songs. Like, yeah, man.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool.
Oh.
It's like a 56-minute set. Anybody wants to check out that Shaka set we got on
Short set. Short
the
set.
YouTube, but there's
Short
about
but
8
sweet,
songs on
that's
there,
for
and
sure.
3 of those are originals that you wrote for the band.
Could have went a little longer knowing
Um,
that the world was gonna end.
Yo, what's the name of that first song that we played? The like funk one. Is that what we call it? The funk song?
I think we were just calling it the Shaka Funk or
Shaka funk song?
Yeah.
Because I never know how to introduce that one, but I've played it a couple times, like from that video.
Yeah, sorry about the vocals on that. We were still figuring
Yeah,
that one out.
it's fun, man.
No,
And to
it was a lot
capture
of
those things, there's going to be many more.
Beautiful.
So, hey, everybody out there, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to the mAng and Neads show live on Sonic Gardens Radio.
That's what
Our
we're
guest
doing.
today, Mr. Jesse Tressler,
Oh yeah.
good friend, bandmate in our band Shaka, that obviously any of our constant listeners are aware of this band.
And if
and
you're not, then you should be.
yeah, we have, I try to play them as much as I can. you
Oh,
know.
he does. He does. He fucking lets us hear it. It's good stuff.
Have you had a chance to listen to any of the Moonhill stuff I've been playing? Like the Hey Molly song?
No.
Did you hear the Hey Molly song?
Oh, you didn't
No, I
listen
don't
to
think
the Hey Molly song? It's a fucking great song, dude, for real.
Why don't
I do love some of those songs. They're
Let
they're
me,
really great.
It's from the 70s, man.
It
yeah, let
blows
me-
my mind that they didn't reach a higher level of success because they're really great songs.
Well, I it's a big thing that I always compare the
They didn't know the
songwriting
right people back
to
then.
your songwriting. I grew up on
Right.
these guys, and I always just loved the stuff they wrote about and the lyrics and the cleverness of putting things together. And I just said I never really fell for music quite like until I met you, man. And I just really think that you write these awesome songs that kind of remind me of the Moonhill Band. A lot of the and all that
that's-
stuff. It's cool.
Thanks. That's
But
a great
this,
compliment. They're awesome.
Yeah, man. But so I want to play this song for you since you haven't heard it, and we can talk about it when you get back. But
Cool.
when we get back from it.
Now, who's singing this? Kurt?
So this is
or are
actually
you gonna have
I'm gonna
Bruce?
do the Jeff version with Kurt singing.
All right. I like them both.
They're both great. Yeah.
They are.
So I actually have 2 versions of this song. One's a live Moonhill Band, slightly different arrangement of people in the band, and then I have one that was recorded in New York City, which they're both they're not.
City.
There's definitely some things in the
That's us from New York City.
the quality's not 100%, but I got these things from 50-year-old reel to reels. So
Fucking A.
hey, what you hear is what you get, and I think I'm in love with the tunes myself.
All right.
So-
So let's fucking crank it. This one's
Give you
Molly.
guys- Give you guys a Hey Molly.
Moonhill? This Moonhill Band?
Yes, sir.
Sonic Garden Radio live. This is a mAng and Neads show.
have to fly. But as I sit here drinking, I keep on thinking about how many more have broken and tore this old heart of mine. But I just wanna say, have a happy day wherever you are, whether near or far. I hope you're doing fine. Hey, Molly, how you doing? Here's to you and here's to me. Hey, Molly, how you doing? And whatever you're doing, do one for me. So many skids and a couple of kids have come into my life, and I'm married a wife since we parted, babe. But now they're gone, and it didn't take long before I fell again, and I lost again, but I'm not crying, babe. 'Cause I know it's true, it's been the same with you. You have my sympathy, take it straight from me that you have my best. I love you still, and I always will. You're on my mind mostly all the time, just like the rest. Hey, Molly, how you doing? Here's to you and here's to me. Hey, Molly, how you doing? And whatever you're doing, yeah, do one for me. Yeah. Hey, Molly, how you doing? Here's to you and here's to me. Hey, Molly, how you doing? And whatever you're doing, do one for me. So if there's anyone who is on the run from love in the past that just wouldn't last, come and sing my song. And if your heart is broke, blow away the smoke. Give me a couple of cheers, take a couple of beers, and it won't last long. 'Cause I know it's true, it's been the same with you. You have my sympathy, take it straight from me that you have my best. By cheering Molly's name, it'll be the same as forgetting your past in someone else's glass, and you can be my guest. Hey, Molly, how you doing? Here's to you and here's to me. Hey, Molly, how you doing? And whatever you're doing,
All right,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're back.
Nice.
Right to the cutoff.
Fuck
Right, that one
yeah.
ran right off the reel, man.
Yeah, dude. mAng and Neads show here.
That was
Yeah.
excellent.
Pulling out
Cool,
all
man.
the stops.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites. And the coolest thing is the first round I found when I was like 15. That song wasn't
Oh,
on
that was a
there.
while
And then
ago.
like
Oh,
years later I found more reels and they had live performances of all these like recorded versions. And then some other recorded versions I hadn't heard before.
Yeah.
And I stumbled upon this song and I just was like, oh wow, I'd never, so even after 10 years of like knowing about this band, I didn't even know about this song,
That's cool.
and it was kind of just came out. Also, and there was 2 versions of it, and it just blew me away.
Right.
Yeah, man, so many. Jeff's written, a million songs.
Yeah,
Fucking
he's
A.
pretty prolific.
Imagine if he got a
Everyone
dollar
I've
for
heard so
each.
far has been fantastic.
He'd have $1 million.
$1 for each. Yeah,
He'd have $1 million.
yeah. So there you go. That was my dad on the drums. Those guys.
You know Kurt Loder's 75 today?
Yeah,
Jesus
wow.
Christ. Remember him? MTV News?
Oh yeah.
Ew.
75.
He was our guy.
Yeah.
Guy.
He was our talker.
Yeah,
for
he'd come
our
right on.
generation. He could represent the music industry.
Kurt
in the news.
Cobain has been found dead. He would come
I
on.
remember that.
He had a killer voice too, man. Well, he still does. He's alive. But yeah. So you got any great information for us, Angelo?
Any good stuff that has occurred?
Well, yeah.
Well, you know what I like to do is
Yeah. Poke the fucking bear.
I like to
Someone's a bear. What do you like to do?
I like to take little clips or send myself little cool stuff that interests me, but I can't always
Right.
I can't always remember that's kind of why I like to mark
Well,
it down, because I think
I keep
about
seeing
stuff,
these-
and then I move on, which is probably like where it should stay.
I keep seeing
But it's
these
like, oh Jesus.
people now they these Facebook professors, they're on there saying that the numbers are skewed. Not as many people have died from the coronavirus.
I've
Yeah,
heard
that-
myself. Yeah, I heard that they were,
You
claiming-
heard that, or you heard that
alright.
from like a reliable source, or you heard
No,
that
no,
from you heard it from a Facebook professor, right?
Right.
It just so happens to be any of the Democratic governor states. Those are the ones that are.
Oh yeah, everyone,
the
man.
numbers
These
for
motherfuckers,
government money.
man, they just must wake up and stick their dick in a
No,
blender.
they're saying
These fucking
anyone
people.
who dies, they're labeling it coronavirus victim.
I mean, I just like to know how all of a sudden these fucking people are hooked to, like, they have sources.
Well,
These fucking people.
I can tell you, I've seen pictures of bodies being taken out of U-Haul trucks.
Yeah.
They had
my
one that-
brother's
Dude,
father
I
actually had the corona.
I
and did
s-
almost die.
I sent fucking Angela.
Wait, who did? Who
my,
did?
my brother's father.
Oh
Ooh.
wow.
He just got over it maybe a week and a half ago, but he was so ill and with no one to take care of him. He couldn't walk, he couldn't shower himself, he couldn't eat. But his sisters luckily did nurse him back to health, and it was looking pretty grim. So I take it very seriously.
I just talked to somebody, and their brother lives down in the city, and
Yes, exactly.
he had it, and the wife had it, and now
Yeah.
he doesn't. He looks like, and they made him go back to work because what he works, but he looks like he aged fucking 5 years. They said.
Same. My brother's father looked skinny and aged.
And this guy, and this guy's younger than me.
Oh,
Fuck
wow.
yeah, man.
Wow.
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 No, it's
almost
just
did.
it's just crazy to me that people still deny. I mean, well,
Yeah.
we were speaking of Alex Jones earlier, and
Well, I mean, it's
he's
one-
another guy who's denied some.
Yeah, but it's
some
one
big-
thing to deny it and not believe in it, but to bring up stupid fucking facts and
Well,
stupid
and they're
things
not facts.
and,
They're,
and compare it with car accidents and, like, you know what I mean, like,
yeah.
and
Well, the tough thing
abortion
is if I
deaths.
say something is a fact, then tell me you're not going to leave here and go tell everyone you know that. Well, for a fact, I just found out that. That's how things, how disinformation is spread.
Yeah,
Right.
there's one particular friend of mine that I've known since I was young, and I don't know what happened, but all of a sudden he turned into like a major asshole on like with the stuff he shares and the type of opinions he has, and it's
Yeah.
just interesting to me because
He wasn't an asshole before.
No, he's always been a super nice guy.
See,
and,
I
like,
just do the straight line asshole the whole time.
yeah, you would think, but like I'm saying,
maybe unfortunately Trump has maybe made it okay for the ignorant asshole in you to come out.
right, and I think that's what it did. He like kind of found like certain friends that agree with him, and then they're
Right.
assholes, and
So
they've kind of
it's like it reinforces.
yeah,
your
and then he's
negative
like,
asshole
he's an
side.
asshole, so I'm gonna be an asshole too, and then
Oh, it's all right. To
and
be
then
an
it's
asshole.
like, oh man, it's like all of a sudden he's just sharing the the worst.
well, he figures
worst
maybe he'll
stuff.
be president one day too.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, president of the fucking uphill gardeners. Fucking, I don't know who he's talking about, but I can only
Uphill
imagine.
gardeners.
Yeah. Google that if you need the definition, motherfuckers. No, mAng and Neads show. We're getting wild here today. Fuck it. You got another song, Jesse?
It's funny you should ask because I have another song that is really right on the topic again,
All right,
and
good,
it was my
man.
next
That's
one.
what I
so
like. Fucking songs that are right on our topic. No,
Just-
that's perfect.
Just about spreading the lies.
Yeah,
You know?
some spread lies, some spread thighs. So take it from the tippy then. We're ready.
All right. All right. So this one is called "Rise from the Ashes." Oh, all we really want is happiness here. You're spreading lies with all this hatred and fear. Sometimes I think that people rise from the ash. 'Cause in a while you know this feeling will pass. But all this time you wasted putting us down. You're a broken record spiraling into the ground. Where you gave us nothing and you're looking so proud. If all the world could only look at you now. 'Cause in a while, ooh yeah, it's dragging us down. And we're giving up. So keep your feet on the ground. Yeah, we're giving up. Keep that weight off your shoulder. Remember, conscience is order. You got to conquer resistance, or you're a lamb to the slaughter. Oh yeah, arise. Yeah, arise. Oh, all that time you wasted putting us down. You're a broken record spiraling into the ground. Where you gave us nothing and you're looking so proud. If all the world could only look at you now. Oh, all that time you wasted putting us down. You're a broken record spiraling into the ground. Where you gave us nothing and you're looking so proud. If all the world could only look at you now.
All
All right. Thanks, Jesse.
Yep.
That was nice, man.
Thank you.
So you've been writing a lot of songs in this quarantine?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I've been doing.
Nice. Sweet, man.
Yeah.
Plenty of time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, plenty of time to
it's
do
been
it.
great. Nick Beglucci is home from college, and it's one of the rare opportunities that I have to get together with him this consistently.
Fuck yeah.
And so we've been writing a lot together. I've been playing with Phil Monteleone, the book peddler.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, you guys have had a ton. We played a video. You saw that the other day.
Yeah. So we've been trying to stay busy and passing music back and forth between our phones and writing that way.
Yeah. Why don't you talk to him about, like, because I honestly just want to get on a rotation of everybody. If you guys want to start coming in, like, once
they're
a
both
week.
Interested in comedy.
So if you want to, if you guys want to do that, obviously you guys are in your like inner circle group. So
right.
The way that is. So same thing. If you three wanted to show up and set up in front of the Lion and do a 3-piece.
Yeah, for sure. I'll set up a day with them.
Yeah, that'd be great. Like I said, I just want to get on a rotation with everybody we know. I'm gonna reach out to Mr. Mike Davis later. He did say he was gonna talked about coming in on Saturday to do the thing.
Love that guy.
Yeah, man. So hey, have you I don't know if you've heard us talk about the Midnight Gospel, but I wanted to know if you had a chance to check out that Midnight Gospel on Netflix.
No.
It's just a pretty cool. It's from the creators. As far as the art is from the creators of Adventure Time.
Oh yeah.
And it's
What the fuck is Adventure Time?
But
tell me about.
They look like Nintendo characters.
Yeah. So the
Oh.
art is that, but it's based around a podcast with Duncan Trussell. And so the actual conversations in it are real podcast conversations and
cool.
topics with
Okay.
like different cool things.
And like
it's
little
just,
cartoons representing the conversation.
It's interesting. We've been over it, so whatever. People are probably like, shut
We
up about
definitely
the stupid
yeah,
show.
I think
Josh
they,
is definitely
I think
ready.
They
but
are saying they've had enough.
but hey, make a comment then.
But I have seen the Coast to Coast, and I know of George Norrie. I saw you were talking about that the other day.
Yeah. That's another one.
Some pretty interesting.
The link there was that I discovered both of those through, Duncan Trussell. So I think he's he's a pretty cool guy.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know him too well. I haven't based an opinion on him yet.
But yeah, man, there's some just killer. One of my favorites. I haven't seen all the episodes yet because it's one of those things where I know once I see them all, I'm gonna wish I could watch them again. So I kind of watch them in
take a break, right?
like one bite at a time, and savor the flavor, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but one that's awesome is Annihilation of Joy. It's a really cool episode, man.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Fucking A. Sounds like a good night.
Sounds like a good night.
It does.
Another one to check out is The Last Dance. That's all about Phil Jackson, the coach of the Chicago Bulls. It's all about their last season with Michael Jordan, and it's pretty interesting stuff if you're a sports fan.
I definitely am a sport. I didn't watch it. I've seen it's been on, but I didn't watch it. I don't know.
It's really worth watching. It's great. Mike was something to watch for sure.
Yeah, I have a lot of opinion, but I mean, he was great.
He's no Wilt Chamberlain, but
He is no Will Chamberlain. He's no fucking. I don't know, man.
He's no George Mikan, that's for sure.
Dennis Rodman helped a fucking lot, man.
Yeah.
If they didn't pick him up for those other ones,
for the later season, 97, 98, yeah.
They had a hell of a dream team going there too.
For the Olympics, no one was
Scottie Pippen.
no one was gonna beat
Jordan,
him.
Karl Malone, John Stockton,
Larry Bird, Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying even the Bulls of those days.
No, they didn't have. Listen, they didn't have. They had Scottie Pippen, but then they had to. If they didn't pick up Dennis Rodman, he was a fucking rebound king.
Yes.
Defensive player of the year numerous times, and a rebound king.
Yep.
He didn't score a lot, but you know what I mean. Even 10.
No, he's kind of like Draymond
Dennis
Green
Rodman
from the Warriors. He carries an attitude and has an energy that he plays with that clearly.
Yeah, they do have the same kind. I would take Dennis Rodman any day over Draymond Green, but they do have the same kind of. Definitely, yes, they definitely
same
have.
Kind of player.
Yeah, and they both get angry and stuff like that, and you need to have some fire too.
Exactly.
But The Bulls, they got Steve Kerr in the latter part for those other ones. They got Tony Kukoc.
Right.
They didn't have but the first they didn't have a lot. They had Bill Cartwright playing center in the first, like when they won those first 3, I think.
Yeah, he was in the end too. They still had him. Or not Cartwright. They had the big white guy.
Williams or Williamson or something like that. It was Bill something. I don't know his name.
I can't think of it. Maybe Wennington.
Wennington, yes, Bill Wennington. Yep.
But a lot of this, they've been talking, like I watched the second episode, and it's about Scottie Pippen being like the 122nd lowest, or the 122nd highest paid player in the NBA. So there were 122 people being paid more than him in the NBA when he was maybe in the top 5 tier of players in the NBA.
Right, but he fucked up and signed a contract.
Yes, he did, and he
was
advised. That's
the problem, man. That's the problem. These fucking people, whatever, and like nowadays you could get out of it a lot easier than you could back then.
Oh yeah.
But back then, man, like the money's different now too. You get paid way more.
Right.
For not being
for less years.
Yes, you get paid way more now. There's more money in basketball now with all these TV deals and all that. You didn't have that back even in the 90s.
Right, and now they have China too, so China's a huge market for them.
You didn't have that all back in the 90s.
Right.
But
I had there's one that I read that I forgot about, and now that you brought it up,
tell me.
The one of the top drafts, definitely I think he was top 10, is skipping NCAA and going to Division D.
Oh, the 3 of them, man.
Yeah.
The number one overall, he skipped. Recruit they were going from high school to college. One of them was gonna there was another one, like I think the number 3 one and the number 10 one. One of them was gonna go to I think Duke. One was going to Michigan, and I'm not sure where the other one, but before you could go, instead of play college, you could go to the G League or go overseas and play. But the G League before, you could only make $150,000.
Yes.
For that, if you were good enough. But now they just upped it to $500,000. So that's a big.
Wow.
So instead of going to the NCAA and fucking around and risk the chance of getting hurt they just actually, before you couldn't make money, but they just actually, now you can make money off your likeness and off signatures and shit in the NCAA.
Oh, yeah, they just
passed it. Yes.
Because who was that?
Because they have to compete. They have to compete, but it's
Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor. Fuck.
Yeah, and he got in a lot of trouble for that, and it's like, it's kind of ridiculous that he got in trouble for it.
What for trying to do the
capitalize on who he is.
Well, yeah, but he tried to make money for people for this COVID, and he started GoFundMe with his girlfriend, and the NCAA stepped in.
Wow.
And put the kibosh on it. But then they got all this backlash, and they realized, like, the dude wasn't trying to make money for himself. He was trying to make money for I think for like kids, the kids that couldn't feed themselves and shit like that.
Right.
So they let that go down. Trevor Lawrence from Clemson. There he is.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, the NCAA is a fucking. These guys make the good guy. You know what I mean? The good players that are like sought after and that play and are in your top, even your top fucking 32 that get drafted in the NFL.
Yeah. They
make some of these colleges so much fucking money, man.
I know. It's crazy that some of them run such a tight ship with these kids being allowed to make their own money.
Yeah, they won't let them at all. You can't. It's a fucking.
No, that's fucking crazy.
And then they're like, oh, we give them a scholarship. Well, what the fuck? But they risk the chance. Like, they're in there. They got your fucking team 12-0. This guy's bringing, you know what I mean? How many that's the other
one
thing.
Where a guy, but you get injured and they kill people's scholarships, send them home.
Wow,
right.
Yeah. Right.
Well, yeah, that, or it fucks up your draft stock, and you're not even getting paid, but you can go to the NFL and be a number 1 pick or a number like Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah.
He got hurt. They thought he was going to be like the number 1 pick. He got fucking hurt. He ended up he fell to 5, but still that's not bad. You still make pretty good money, but
right. No, but yeah, where you're drafted totally falls out. Even if you were the top prospect in the country,
Right.
your number drops. So
Yeah, and
then you
these
become an
colleges,
underdog.
these colleges sell their jerseys and shit like that, and
Oh,
they
yeah,
don't
they
get a fucking
not a
dime.
dime. I know, man.
Yeah.
It's insane. And then it's like, I'm not allowed to sign somebody's fucking football for a few bucks.
Right. And college players that have done that, sold their memorabilia, signed shit, and sold it, have gotten fucking suspended for games, seasons, fucking all kinds of shit. It's
which hurts their value when
yeah,
they're being yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's fucked up, man.
And then the colleges and the coaches wonder why some of these guys, they make it through a season and they know they're not going to be in the championship game and they don't play in their bowl game, and these guys are all like, all these announcers and analysts and everything are like, oh, he's a bad team. Motherfucker don't want to get hurt.
You don't want to get
he's
hurt.
not making any fucking money.
Right.
His draft's not going to go up or down. Like, he's pretty much where he's going to be. He's going to go do his combine.
Right.
He's not. The bowl game's not really going to fucking make or break where he's picked in the draft if you're not in the fucking national championship game.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
if you go out
totally.
there and win the national championship game and they were thinking you're 5 and you go out there and have the fucking game of all games against fucking great competition, then you might move up a couple spots. But if
Yeah.
you're not playing for that, then it's not. It's just
No, the only way you're gonna move up is through like clutch competition. Like,
right,
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So what do you think, Angelo? What you got going on in there?
Well, I'm glad I gave you that topic to bring up.
Yeah.
Because, that was one of the things I knew you'd like it. I actually saw the story not broke, but it was like where I saw it was on that TYT Sports.
Huh.
I don't know if you ever watched that guy, but he, the Young Turks
The Young
sports
Turks.
part.
Yeah.
No, I don't
But,
know anything about
Dude's
it.
cool as hell, man. And he was and he just did a quick little segment on the breakdown, and basically said that they how they're showed a bunch of clips of college deans, different people in charge saying,
Right.
no, they're not protected, they're not employees, and then showed one, like I said, the guy that got injured and all of a sudden got a letter saying that his scholarship was pulled and dude's got to go home now, and it's
Right.
like, so they're collecting, billions of dollars in revenue.
Oh yeah, man. They're fucking, and like basically the football more so than the others, but football and basketball basically pay for like these colleges, like for all their other sports that they have. That's how much fucking money they make off of football and off of TV deals with football. Like that they pay for all these other programs that your college, like swimming and track and field and all the equipment and everything to do all that. These big time fucking like college football is a fucking money maker, man.
Oh yeah.
They fill them stadiums. Like these stadiums, a lot of them are bigger than fucking pro football
Yeah.
stadiums. Like you can fit like
No, the
100.
college games are huge.
Like in
man.
Michigan at the big house, I think it's like 120 something thousand you can fit in the fucking in that stadium, dude. It's fucking huge, man.
Wow, and that's huge considering like I think Yankee Stadium holds like 48,000.
yeah,
And they rebuilt it since it might be 50 or a little above that, but that's a huge difference.
Yeah, it's wild. Yeah, the old Yankee Stadium, I think, seems like it might maybe it didn't hold more, but it seems like they used to play football back in the day in the
the Giants
old
played.
Yankee Stadium.
Yep.
That was a cool stadium too. I've been to both of them. The new one, obviously, like they got everything you could ever want.
The new one looks excellent from the outside, but as a fan on the inside, I believe it's really ruined like Yankee games. There used to be a roar of the crowd because the top tiers were angled over the field. Like
Right.
if you were in a top tier, you're actually like on a slant, so it feels like you're hanging over the stadium. And they sort of brought everything back in the new stadium, so it's a different feel. The crowd isn't quite as loud, and you don't have the cool view.
Right.
But it's a gorgeous stadium.
Nice.
Yeah, they
Yeah, what-
fit
Surrounded by ghetto.
115,109 in the big house in Michigan before. That's how many.
That's incredible.
That's their top attendance.
And they fill it.
Oh yeah.
Wow. That's like those NASCAR races I noticed have
Yeah.
like an insane amount
they
of people.
dude,
And it
they
always
fucking
blows my
fill
mind.
them.
Yeah, I never knew like NASCAR was that big.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, that's how they can keep doing it. Oh fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
They
lot of
pile
money
them
in
in there. Oh yeah. What you got for us, Ange?
For me?
Yeah.
I'm listening.
No, I heard you were gonna say something, then I cut you off as usual.
No,
All right, you got
know
another,
how it is.
you got another song for us, Jesse?
I
No?
do. I think
Yeah.
I'd like to
Save some
maybe
songs.
get the is that a no answer? Should
No,
should I hold
you-
on?
No,
of course. I want you to play it.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I tried to finish your
Yeah.
sentence like an asshole.
No, I
Yeah,
was gonna
like a
ask
dickhead.
if I could get Chris's help on this one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we'll let him.
All right.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah.
Let him off his leash.
Yeah, he's got to sign this affidavit
Check
real
1,
quick.
2.
All right, give me a
Check
little,
1, 2.
give me a sound check before you guys
What
come
sound
in,
we
just so I can
You want a sound
even
check?
you guys up.
Yeah, what's
Just a quick little thing.
Paranoia.
Some Black Sabbath.
Yeah. Walking beside you, feeling so lonely. These fears are just thoughts. Fuck. Sorry, redo that. All right, sorry.
Take two.
Okay. Walking beside you, feeling so lonely. These fears are just thoughts of my own. Walk in the night and the sky is above you. Stars are just lights that have died. But all of that time, it's that sky that sees through you. Maybe just paranoia or God. God.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nice, guys.
Pretty one.
You're listening to the Mang and Neads Show
Mang and
live
Neads.
on Sonic Gardens Radio with our very special guest and good friend, Jesse Tressler. Of course, and that one also with Mr. Christopher.
They're great.
That was beautiful, man. That was really nice. Tight, guys.
Thanks, Chris.
So, yeah. So, what do you think, Jesse? You having a good time, man? On the
Yeah,
Mang
this
and
is
Neads?
awesome. This is
Yeah.
awesome. Everything we've talked about is something I'm like hot on the topic anyway. So.
Yeah, definitely. That's nice. Yeah, that's all. We don't know anything. We don't claim to, but we like to just be able to talk about stuff, bounce it off.
Right.
I like when Josh says that somebody's a fucking idiot. That's always because I typically agree.
Right. But may not have the guts to say it, right? I don't always say those things, but I'm thinking it, right? Josh will say it.
Yeah, fuck it. I don't.
But yeah, man. So I don't know. I just really think we're in like this slow play. And the slow play is we're still in that point where it's like we're sustaining, but there is some it's a little nervous about where things are gonna go, especially some just the way.
Well, they know the right thing to do, like our the president and stuff like that, but he also doesn't want to upset. It's clear that he does not want to upset his people.
But he's the one that got him riled up with that.
Yeah,
he?
but well, he does. He wants like he's playing both sides. It feels like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he tells the politicians one thing, and then he'll tell his people another thing, and then he'll send out a fucking tweet.
I mean, he's really not a Republican. Well, or at least he has
Right.
been in the past.
Right, that's what I was saying a little while ago. These people change their views or change parties and then
Right.
act like, you know what I mean, like
even-
they're loyal to
Well,
something.
because they have to. I mean, if you look, even what Bernie did, he had to do it. He had to switch to the Democratic Party because you're not going to win on another ticket. So you kind of have to go. You have to play their game. And
Right.
yeah, it's stupid that it's that way too. I mean, how many people? I checked the Green Party thing when I got my license or whatever. Right. So that's what I'm registered as. So when, like, if Bernie runs as a Democrat, if you want to, vote in the primaries, then you can't because
Yeah,
you
Ange
can
had
only
that
vote for
problem
your-
before, right?
Last round.
Yeah.
Last round.
Well, then the trick with it is that then it was all said and done, and then all of a sudden I get a thing in the mail saying, "Oh, you want to be a Democrat now?" And I'm like, "No,
Right.
fuck you guys." So then and then I just like redid it with what I had originally
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I think they get people that way, man. That's that's designed that way for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh,
So yeah, man, there's that. There's I don't know what else is going on in this world. Oh yeah, you know what? We should probably give a little bit of updates on where we are with those numbers, and
We're
we always
fucked.
like to keep track.
Yeah, let's-
Well, here's the thing: the big number that shifted was and this is like worldwide cases, is down to of current open active cases in the world. There's only 2% of them that are serious or critical, which is 50,000 people.
So
and then-
most people are recovering then, which is a good thing.
Well,
It's the people.
Well, it's mild. I guess I imagine it would go mild until it becomes serious or critical. So every day, additional
17%
serious or
have died.
Yeah.
Though.
And then yeah. Is that your? I didn't even update. So
Oh,
that's
I'm
actually,
I'm not just throwing. You know me, man. I don't. When it comes to this shit,
Oh, you're right. So
I
now
don't
we're
just
down
throw
to-
fucking numbers out.
Now
I'm
it's
not-
down to under 50,000 that are serious or critical. So yeah, United States has 1.2 million cases, leading.
I mean, if they're all worried about we were all worried about before, like last month, and
Russia I'm sorry, 10,000 cases though.
he got excited. He got excited.
No, today already.
Fucking A. We got 20.
I know, but we've been keeping our eye on Russia because
Right.
Russia is behind the U.S. And
Right,
remember, you
right.
said yesterday that the reason why Putin did that, where he gave us all those supplies, was because he straight up said, when it comes back our way, you need to be there. And I'm telling you, they're behind, and so they're up.
Oh, they're way behind.
But they're going to be climbing easily to number 2, is what I see.
Oh, you think? Well, yeah, because number 2's not.
If their cases are increasing,
Like number 2's not that far. Like number 2's 250,000 compared to us.
I know. I'm my.
No, I get what you're saying. No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just saying like number 2 is like fucking
like they've been climbing like steady. They've had they peaked 1,000 cases a day on April 7th, as
Right.
opposed to the U.S., which I think was like March 7th.
right.
So a month from now, they could have huge outbreak, man. Like even to where they could be in a run with us.
Yeah,
It appears they had the drop in death. I mean, their deaths aren't anywhere near. They're still
Right.
like 100 a day, and then they dropped.
they've got fucking 1,400 total deaths.
Yeah, not even, not even close.
UK, man, they're still in the fight for it. They're still trying to fucking see who they can kill over there. Peru, they're coming in hot. They're up and comer.
Yeah, so you
They got about 3,000 a day, Peru.
So Italy's dropped, down to 1,000, but UK's on the climb. So you see these ones where it's like Italy was running steady at 5,000 a day, and now it's like every couple days we really peek into it, and it looks like we're at 1,000. So
And we're still up in the fucking. Yesterday we were at 24,000. Today we're at 20 already. New cases.
yeah,
This number right here, 72,000 deaths. I mean, that's a lot.
yeah,
No matter how you look at it.
it is a lot.
So then you roll down to the states, and you get down into New York's got 2,400 a day still. New Jersey, 2,200 a day. Massachusetts, 1,100 a day. Illinois, 2,100 a day. California, 2,200 a day.
Oh damn, dude, 72,000 deaths. That's crazy.
Yeah.
because those numbers are still rapidly.
See, now it's not just there's 25 of them are from New York State, which is quite a bit. But now, if you think about it, like there's another 50,000.
Well, the whole point is that there's no reason why that's not just going to trigger to all these other places.
Oh, it's
over
gonna,
time.
especially big cities.
So yeah, that's the other thing we look at is the deaths, and once again, we're already at 2,102 deaths today.
Think about
which means
Texas, like they're the one that it's
20,000
open, right?
cases.
They're open in Florida. They're going into like a free for all soon.
Yeah, they're up there at the like 546. So
we got to keep an eye on that because I mean, if that doesn't start climbing, then yeah, we're on a good thing. But they had 1,000 new cases yesterday, 27 deaths.
Texas did.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that already puts them into the increase. They've increased.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying today, but like over the span of their
right.
Their run. So that's crazy.
And what about our boys down there in Georgia? They had 767 yesterday, 67 deaths, and today they got 273. So, and they've tested 200,000 people.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So no decrease. There's no reason or nothing to show us that
we should open.
We should open back up. And anybody with the theory that, well, that's all there's been, look at the numbers, 1% of, whatever, that's also because we've been under a lockdown. So open it up, tell everybody to just do everything and run about it. Open up these huge factories or places where anybody over,
and these people, like if you're worried about it, stay home or whatever. We will stay home, but that doesn't mean you fucking idiots aren't going to get fucking something, give it to somebody else, and give it to somebody else, and maybe give it to one of my friends that has to work or something. Like, right. I get it. Like, do what you want. They say do what you want, whatever. Yeah, we're going to be smart about it. And they're obviously not going to be smart about it, though. If they're fucking, I keep seeing these fuckers, I don't need to wear a mask. Why do I need to wear a mask? Well, motherfucker, what if you got it? And you're handing it out.
And we said yesterday that there was 376 people in one pork plant in, was it Missouri, that tested positive, and they were all asymptomatic, which means obviously that they did not have any symptoms.
Right. These fucking people.
Well,
Yeah. God bless America. Mang and Neads show, man. Sonic Garden Radio.
yes, sir.
Trump was going to visit a plant today, wasn't he, or something like that?
Was he?
Yeah, he was going to visit Honeywell, I think. Where they make really great masks, not these junk ones that they got out of. I don't know where he said they got the junk ones out of.
Oh yeah. Well, out of China.
Yeah, he was on the front lawn this morning talking.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, is right.
I'm sure that was.
And then you see these
fun.
Secret Service guys standing around, and they're like, not every one of them's. There's no way. Like, it's not. The world don't work like that. Like, not everyone that got that job appointed to protect him is like. I mean, they signed a thing and they got to, but how many of them motherfuckers are like, God
Are
damn it,
really willing
what
to
am
take a bullet? for
That's
him?
what I said to Curtis this morning. I'm like, you telling me these motherfuckers are really like, if it comes down to it and they hear shots fired, they're just diving at it? I'll take my chances.
Well, they are,
They are,
but it seems a little crazy. You're right.
Hey man, you can always trip, right?
Yeah.
I dove, but I fell first. Fucking A.
There was
man.
Yeah, especially the career ones that maybe been doing it for 20, 25
Right.
years, so they like have really
Or
covered.
even
a
if
bunch
you're a
of different
young,
presidents,
yeah,
and you've seen the like way that you can respect most of them,
right.
even if they're like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, because some of them are probably like a good corrupt. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, they're all slime. There's, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I'm like also like on another
You really
side
think
of it,
that
like,
no one, like, that you get in there and you get that job?
Yeah,
like,
but do you think it's like
dude, you kiss somebody's ass
Do you
and
think
had
it's like-
somebody and change some law or sign something or push something in the back to help somebody out along the way? You know damn well, like, if people that are just regular citizens like you and I will do that for their friends, you're telling me?
All right, but do you think there was like any Scarface behind the scenes, like other than after
Getting people shot and shit?
No,
I
like the way a guy like he's like says into the like I mean, I'm sure they had their yelling moments and stuff like that, but do you think there was like the unhinged that were able to carry their charisma all the time in public, but then when the doors closed, they were like, motherfucker, and they were like, oh, kill him, and like,
you
put
know
a
damn well,
bullet
like,
in 'em.
yeah, you know damn well, like, Nixon was that way, right?
Well, they have a lot of they recorded every conversation, so they have tapes and tapes of that stuff,
Right. I mean, I'm sure Reagan comes off to me like he maybe he definitely was smart enough and was in front of the camera enough going back and ran enough company. Like, didn't he run like GE Energy or something back in the day? So he did something like that.
Yeah.
So he had enough experience doing all that and still not being like somebody was above him. There is what I'm saying. Like, so
he was like the
so he couldn't blow up even doing that. So he had enough practice and training where like all that's good in front of cameras and in front of people, but like you said, behind closed door and shit like that, there ain't no way he never blew up on people.
Well, no, he was known for blowing up as a California governor, though.
Reagan.
Like he's the one that like sat down with all the hippie protesters and said, you kids need to go get a job and start, you're just insulting their hair and the way they act and the way they look and
right. And then he followed through fucking Nixon's fucking whole fucking say no bullshit and brought it back, and him and Nancy made it even worse than it.
It was almost like that was a shift in the whole religious like choice. Like, a lot of people are Republicans only for the reason.
Now Carter, to me,
guns and abortion are really.
Now Jimmy Carter, now he might be one of them ones that was like calm, cool, smart motherfucker too. Knew how to run a debate pretty good too.
But he only made it 4 years because
he did.
I think he had some major problems and
that Iran Contra, right, or whatever that.
What was who was president in '82? Did Reagan become president?
80 to 84 Reagan, and then so 80 to 88 he did it, but he
So
got in there in 80
So
because the Cuban Missile Crisis and shit had just, and he.
Well, remember what happened is there was the Great Recession, ended up being 1982.
Yeah, and that was under Reagan, man.
Yeah.
That was under Reagan,
but it
sure.
was 2 years after Carter was out, so they could have kind of blamed that
on Carter. Yeah, but Carter was doing a pretty good job. Like he wasn't very, and he didn't want to piss anybody off. Well, that's why that whole
supposedly never fired a bullet under his watch.
Yeah,
like
man, he was a pretty laid back guy
in combat, or
he went in there and got fucking Gerald Ford out of there.
And then
he shouldn't have been in there anyway. Well, the only he was in there because Nixon got thrown out, right?
Yeah.
Basically, he didn't get elected on his own, did he? No, right?
Ford?
Yeah. He didn't, right? He couldn't have because Nixon was in there. Yeah, he didn't get elected on his own. He was the vice, and when they threw Nixon out, he became, and then in 76, Carter beat him.
Yeah.
Carter was, I mean, obviously we were alive.
And also remember that
2 years.
That
3 years.
Reagan had run to be president
before,
at least once or twice before, and he was that fringe right wing, crazy guy.
Oh, for sure.
He was like the Bernie of the Republican, but then he redefined it to where for generations after, people call themselves like Reaganites. I'm a Reagan guy. Trickle down economics. Trickle down. You give all the money to the rich, and they will then need services and to employ the rest. And everybody makes out. But what it turns into is trickle down ends up being store all their nuts, go bankrupt,
right,
and then get bailed out, and then do it again. So the trickle down doesn't actually happen. And I think that's been completely debunked over the years, but they still stick by it,
Yeah, fucking.
It's because the private industry is dirty. That's why you need the regulations in place, at least in some form.
Right.
Because if you don't put regulations, then, a company that's using chemicals are going to dump them wherever they want. If you don't have regulations, then they're going to build a building any way they want. They're going to take as many shortcuts in, lumber and support. And you'd think, it's like, yeah, they want to build a good job, but they, that's that whole where they put up all those housing developments that are, falling apart after 20 years. And, the construction and workmanship is just
fucking Reagan was
nothing.
Fucking. When he did his second in 84, when he ran again or whatever, and he got reelected, he was 73, man. Fucking 73.
And they claim that his brain was gone at some point, where he was literally running on operator error.
His wife helped out a lot, but they were, I mean, like I always say, I'm not real. That is my deal with that being in that, like you just said, man. He was running on, you know what I mean? He didn't even know what the fuck was going on probably half the time, especially in the 88. Like, you're 73, man. I know, like, it doesn't mean you're a bad person and everything, but I just don't feel that you should be running a fucking country with over 330 million people in it at 73 years old, man. You're not in touch with a lot of shit. It's a whole different ball game for them when you were in your fucking 30s,
Well, if you go by the theory that it's really the power of, like, the president is just a puppet for whoever's really in control,
or whoever then
he was kind of like a perfect candidate to be like everybody's grandpa that, like, was disappointed if you did bad things, like smoked cigarettes or did drugs, or and it kind of created this whole like moral, it kind of brought back the whole, like, I don't know, man. I just feel like that whole 80s era is when, like, a place like Norwich started to, it was still happening and happening.
Oh, it was happening until, like,
but everything started to fade, and I don't think it was necessarily as much as it was money, as much as it was people just didn't want to go out anymore and get labeled as like a a party person, or like I'm a
Right.
respectable person that goes to the Y and lifts weights and jogs, you know. And it's like you can't be a social person that enjoys a good time. Drinks are to get so people can loosen up and not be, you know, it's not a necessity if you can be loose, but some people need that. And
I would say that like
why would that be you know,
90
demoralized and all that
I
stuff?
would say like 92 or 93 is when it really started to shift in Norwich from people being out so much. And because I know like in 90 or whatever, there still was quite a few bars were here still, and they would pop off, and they would pop off a lot even during the middle of the week, because I lived right down the street from Ray Lodge or our place or whatever the hell you want to call it.
Okay, like,
and my grandma did, but
Yeah.
in the
so I was just going to bring that up, is that I wish to God if anybody had out there there was a VHS video of RPM Dance Band
playing there
at the Ray Lodge.
Ooh.
You know, it was Smitty's.
right.
But it was like, you know, that was like the era, and I remember, you know, it was like VCR camcorder in the place recording it. Dean Marabito's in on that one. An RPM Dance Band. It was classic, and that place was packed.
Dude, they used to pack it during the
with people
week. They would go down there
dancing
like
and people having a great time, and no, you
When
know what I
the-
mean? Just loose. People being loose. People having a good time. And
when the
not,
fastball softball pitch got done, like at night during the week or whatever, they would fucking the Ray lot that would be packed on a weekday night, man. Packed, fucking packed.
So you tell me that like this, like the whole DWI campaign, and I'm not, you know, I've been over this before. I don't agree with like drunk driving, but I also, just like anything, I believe in the ability of most people, not all, but most people, to be able to know or tell when they're
Everybody wants to push the limit, though. I get
it.
They do. You know that, though, from like our experiences
they-
with
so they-
people or friends. Like, it don't matter. And they're the kind of people that you can't, that won't leave their car and shit like that. That did. You're right about that, putting a damper on a lot of this
So
like bar
that was
scene
like the
around
first
here.
move where people were like, well, forget that. Then
Right.
you add in that it's a society that is a lot of businesses lost,
And then you add
it's
the fucking
expensive
internet.
to go out, and then you add the internet.
You add that
and
internet,
now
dude.
you add the coronavirus, and all of a sudden, you know, like some people think there's going to be this breakout when they're all of a sudden like, oh, everybody can go out and the bars are going to be packed and people are. I don't think that that's the case at all. I think it's like something where we're going to down the road go, remember when.
If they survive the first run where they let these people out and they go out and get sick, like I agree with you. I don't think it's going to get packed right off, and if they do go out,
I mean, outdoor things are going to happen.
Right, but are they?
I
You know what
see people.
I mean? Like,
I see people right now trying to. Our good friend Critter, Chris Critter, down in Atlanta, Georgia, that came up with Matt Davis, another friend of ours. Those guys are down in Georgia. I should call them up sometime.
Georgia's
and,
open.
Yeah,
for
that's what I mean, and
business.
see what those guys think about everything. But I saw, you know, I'm friends with Chris on Facebook, and I
don't know
saw
if I
he
know
was
him.
putting out a feel for. He's a phenomenal. He's in a Grateful Dead cover band. Oh shit!
What happened?
Down in Georgia, somebody just old guitar mic
Oh,
blasted. No, that
All
was
right.
yeah.
so he's ready for another tune?
You ready for another tune?
Ready
Jesse?
for another tune, Jesse?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So yeah,
So-
but just to finish that thought, that he was putting out a feel to see who would be interested in doing a drive-in concert.
Dude, I
where
thought about
people
that. It'd be
pull up.
great, but we don't have a fucking drive-in, and
We got one right outside, motherfucker.
yeah, like it would be perfect
We
for
just
little
gotta set up a
bands.
stage, you know. We use
Yeah, it'd
that
be
feel.
perfect for little bands to do that, but like I was thinking that more on a bigger scale. Like it would just
Well, you
be
can- bigger
so
scale
hard you'd
because
never
then
be
you
able to
got
do it.
Porta potty. All
Well,
of a sudden,
but you-
everybody's got to use the bathroom,
But
and then
you'd
it
have
kills
too
everything.
many. There's not enough to put all them cars for a bigger scale. Like
No, I get it.
concert.
I'm just saying,
But yeah,
like,
for
to maintain
for a little
some
band,
different,
even
like, things.
for like Shock or whatever, we could definitely do one out here.
You know what else? We should do the trailer and drive around town playing
Yeah.
music for the people, right? Hey
Right.
guys, you heard that one?
Plan a route, right? We'll plan a route and people could just go out and we'll just keep going. Like we'll slow down and play song.
You're the driver?
Yeah, and I'll stop in front of people's houses that are.
You're the driver. We'll grab you can either take my truck or you can use one of your trucks. But if you want to drive mine, we could be classy.
Yeah, and we'll pull one of the trailers.
And
we'll
pull
go
one of the
slow.
MCM trailers. We'll get some like situations where we can actually
we'll make
get
our
some,
own
bolt downs.
We're experienced in driving
and we have all kinds of brackets that we can put over the different the drums and actually lock them down. So
we'll get one of them wide load vehicles,
and then
we'll
even
make
your
our
seat,
own.
so that
if somebody could get a flatbed truck, that would be the best.
And we each put up we could get little roll cages around us so we have something to lean against when we take a turn. Dude, I'm telling you, it would be perfect. We'd lock down your keyboard, Chris, with yeah, man, we're gonna do it.
Well, we could lock down the stool or the things you sit on too, which would be fucking half the battle right there.
And we just entertain. We tell people to open up their windows, and
we put a couple things on. We'll put a couple things on the floor, that you use we'll put them upside down, that you use when you get on a horse, but you put your foot in it, and then it'll hold you, so you can put the top of your foot on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You could pull. Right. It'd be perfect, man. And we could just pull down streets, pull in front of people's houses, and jam it out. That people that want to hear it.
We get people on a delivery list. Where we show up. We're we'll be there at 12:15.
We do it at a good time, so we're not breaking any noise ordinances, that shit.
We'll wait for a day when everybody's when the most people are having a birthday or something.
We'll do it on a beautiful day too, so people are out. So. Yeah, fucking beautiful day. Hot.
Yeah, because as I imagine that there's not going to be any summer concert series. There's not going to be a blues fest.
Well, they're trying to. They're holding out till they
Yeah, but we know, man.
Oh, I know.
The only thing they can do is push things off and start doing it later.
Right.
But and that's only if we stick by the 3 month. They said it in first place.
So we need to get the track one of these days and do the big concert down there in the field, in the track, like you're saying, nobody leaves their car. You pull them right in. We charge them.
In the track where?
In the track down at the fairgrounds, right?
Yeah, except for that whole thing is then you got to get the fairgrounds in on it.
Well.
And everybody wants their little piece.
Yeah, we all know somebody. Hey, they're not getting a piece of shit. The fair's not coming down there. They'll take a fucking drive-in concert if we offer them a couple $100. They're not getting dick, right? Don't you think? You know what I mean? It's the old thing is we got away with it because no one was making any fucking money.
The key though is where's everybody gonna piss? I know that is a whole modern thing.
Bring a bottle.
You can't just piss on the ground anymore.
Right.
It's you're gonna just pee on the ground. It's
we'll put porta johns out there.
No, then everybody's using them.
Not one at a time, man.
Yeah, usually that's how it works.
No. Well, I guess you haven't been to a festival lately.
Yeah,
Jesus, 2 people in a fucking porta potty.
2 at a time, man.
Yeah.
There's a shit hole and a piss hole.
That's right.
Jesus.
All right, so
a little too close for me.
Yeah, well.
All right, Jesse, give us a song,
Chicks
brother.
with dicks. You got a song for us?
Yeah, I'm going to enlist Christopher again to join me, and I'm gonna play a Shaka original. I can't possibly do the whole thing without playing one Shaka tune.
All right.
And
and
this one is called "The Suffering." It's not COVID related, but it certainly could be.
Right. Razor blades and butt plugs.
MAng and Neads Show, Sonic Gardens Radio.
MAng and Neads.
Jesse Tressler, Chris Majorano.
Suffering throughout the burrows. They're suffering throughout the towns. They're suffering in Jersey City. And everyone is beaten down. But even silence could hold you back and cause a failure in your mind. If you're not wise, suffering through what? They're struggling within the masses. They're struggling to find the sound. There's harder times and it's a pity for other people falling down. But even if you think it could be worse tomorrow, when things get better, if you care to even try, and all the worry that you're building up in silence could hold you back and cause a failure in your mind. If you're not wise, ooh.
All right, fellas. You guys are listening to
Mang
and Neads
Show.
Sonic Gardens Radio.
Sonic Garden.
That was a good one.
Another
Thank
good one.
I like that one. Like that. I mean, I like that one better than I like the other ones.
Wow,
So,
thanks.
Oh,
Yeah.
that was your favorite, huh?
So
Oh.
far today.
Favorite of the day.
Today.
All
Yeah.
right.
No, that was really good.
Nice.
Favorite. It is. It's my favorite one today. I don't
Cool.
usually have any favorites in life, but that one is. Did you see that? We got a whistleblower again, Ange?
Lock them up. Lock them up, man.
We
I
got
don't wanna- I'll tell you this. I don't want to hear nothing that's truth related.
Oh. Yeah, Rick Bright, man.
Well,
He's
he
fucking-
came out.
Oh yeah, right out
Name
of-
and all. So
Oh,
what's
yeah.
Rick got to say? You want me to look it up?
Yeah, look it up, man. You're better at that storytelling than I am.
Well-
But he's a former top vaccine scientist.
Ooh.
Yeah. And he did not want to start pushing, you know what I mean? He was
He's the
hesitant.
ousted vaccine director.
Yeah, they
whistleblower.
They demoted him to a less impactful position when he started he was reluctant to promote like that hydrochlorine shit to patients and stuff. Like,
So is this like vaccine related?
yes, it is.
Well, go figure, because there's something
a
real fucking shady about it all.
yeah,
man.
there's a lot. That's what I'm saying.
Lot of money in
The-
vaccine business.
What's wild about these guys is like a lot of people like they help their friends out and help people make money and shit like that. This president though, our president right now, he don't give a fuck if somebody's noticing it or not, man.
Right.
They're just like he's like fuck it.
Right.
We're gonna do enough things where you think that I'm doing it, but you can't prove that I'm doing it, and you can't fucking
Well, and if you
All right,
can
well,
prove
this
that
was,
I'm doing it, I'm going to fire you and hire somebody who will say I'm
Right.
not doing it.
right.
This is a
Or have-
so we got a fresh update that was from 5:34 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh no,
And
NPR.
this says so this is NPR. We got the federal scientist who
like
was
NPR.
ousted from his role as director of the Biomedical Advanced Research and Development Authority. His filed a whistleblower complaint with the U.S. Office of Special Counsel. Rick Bright was a high-ranking federal scientist focused on vaccine development and a deputy assistant secretary to the Department of Health and Human Services.
Fucking Rick.
Last month, Bright said he was transferred to a less impactful position, in quotes, at the National Institute of Health after he was reluctant to promote the use of drugs such as hydrochloroquine to treat COVID-19 patients.
Demoted him. These fucking people.
In the complaint, Bright alleges a range of government wrongdoing by Dr. Robert Kadlec, the Assistant Secretary of Preparedness and Response at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. At the time of his removal, Bright said he had been moved from his post because of his insistence that the government spend funding on safe and scientifically vetted solutions to address the coronavirus crisis and not on drugs, vaccines, and other technologies that lack scientific merit. In the complaint, Bright says he raised concerns about the need to prepare for the coronavirus in January, but encountered opposition from Trump administration officials. Says he was transferred out of BARDA in retaliation.
BARDA.
So here's a quote from the complaint.
Let's hear it.
Raising repeated objections to the outsized role Dr. Kadlec allowed industry consultants to play in securing contracts that the Dr. Bright and other scientists and subject matters determined were not wow, I don't know that wrong.
Merited?
Meritorious, which
All
would
right.
be given merit.
Yes.
Once the COVID-19 pandemic hit, however, Dr. Bright became even more alarmed about the pressure that Dr. Kadlec and other government officials were exerting on BARDA, B-A-R-D-A, to
Right.
invest in drugs, vaccines, and other technologies without proper scientific vetting or that lacked scientific merit. Dr. Bright objected to these efforts and made clear that BARDA would only invest the billions of dollars allocated by Congress to address the COVID-19 pandemic in a safe, scientifically vetted solutions, and it would not succumb to the pressure of politics or cronyism. But okay, so here we are.
So the head there, he's on the take.
Yes, but here's the thing.
What?
That is once again like a situation where we're finding out about this today.
Right. It's been going on for a
Through
while.
a newspaper. It's been going on for a while, and you notice where the dialogue has gone since. Like, we all know this stuff.
Right.
So they almost like put it out falsely to the public, let everybody ping pong back.
Yeah, but
and
now
forth
we got a
the
witness,
different
though, Ange.
arguments. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
Oh.
It's just like anything. We spent like months knowing exactly what happened on the Ukraine call to debate it, to get enough support to be able to just say, hey, at least half of us don't really care.
Yeah, but that's different, though. That's fucking for some stupid fucking like, this is like lives. Like, trying to push a drug
we heard him say it, and then we heard everybody push for this we heard Dr. Oz, we heard Fox News.
Right, but my point being, though, with this, though, like, people are dying still, is what I'm saying here. Like, people aren't dying with those fucking idiots. I'm not saying it's right what they did with Ukraine and that and the phone call and all that shit, but there's the difference here, though. People are still dying every day, and they're trying to push some drug that doesn't fucking mean shit.
And they're
isn't gonna
investing
do
the
anything.
billions of dollars into
Yes,
things.
yes.
Yes.
So it's a little different to me, it is, at least, but maybe it's not, but to me it is. When it starts becoming life and death, it takes a big, jump to me.
No, trust me, I'm outraged. But the whole point is that we've already had time to absorb this. Where it's
Well.
like, oh, they're promoting hydrochloroquine because there's a lot of money in that.
Right.
If for the people that are in the right place of already producing it and being ready to
Well, this is the whole
serve
thing.
it.
Like you said, we heard it, but now we definitely have confirmation. Now somebody should fucking
But
do something about it.
I agree. But of course, because I'm just already getting the arguments out. This is something that came out. This came out 20
My
minutes ago.
man.
So, of course, he's pissed off. He's making up all this shit, Josh. He's mad. He got ousted. What
Right,
else? What else is he going to do? He's going to rat. He's going to be a little,
I mean, but you notice how they
little
didn't
rat.
fire him though, and they put him in a fucking lab with a bunch of rats and monkeys, and he's over there.
They like shifted his role.
Yeah, he's over there giving LSD to rats, and
then he had
checking
a
that out.
choice, like your
Yeah.
new life or don't.
Right.
And then we can make it worse.
or
so now,
quit because you're fucking loaded probably if you're a scientist and fucking fight the good fight.
privately.
No, he's bad. Don't worry, he obviously contacted some people.
See, that plays into that. All
some
the scientists,
politicians up there, yeah, some senators.
all the scientists, they have to succumb to the same politics games of quid pro quo, I guess
Right.
you could say, of not exposing each other because they're all involved. That whole thing
Right.
that we talk about, like we said, why didn't the Democrats go after emoluments with Trump, try
Right.
to impeach him on that, and then they realized because every one of them would have got slammed right back with the same thing.
Yeah, because it's a slippery slope. Like I
So-
said before, it's not like it's who's fucking who or who's taking this from that, whatever. So they got to be fucking careful too. These senators and congressmen, that's why a lot of these fuckers are on his side. Like when it comes to they know that yes, we should vote no or vote yes and get them the fuck out of here. But is he gonna fucking turn around
See,
and expose what we've been doing wrong? You know what I mean? There's a lot of that too. They're
Right.
not all fucking little innocent fucking people. They're all on the tape.
And that's kind of, again,
even
just
fucking Nancy. That fucking Jesus.
I don't harp on it, but the whole
Not a
point
fan of
of
her.
the reason
I don't
why
like her.
Me neither.
the reason why Trump became the nominee for the Republican Party. I watched this whole thing on it
Right.
about how they compared it to the uprising of Bernie's movement, and the difference is that the Republicans, all the people up for grabs, those 12 or 20 different people, the Rubio, the Jeb Bush,
Right.
you name them, they all wanted it, and nobody was willing to step aside.
Right.
So they all fought for it, saying he's never going to get in, he's never going to get in, no way, no way. And then all of a sudden, he found himself as the leader. And as you can see, the same thing. Bernie was emerging, and they all ganged up on him. Everybody dropped out, and that was what the Republicans, if they would have done that, there wouldn't have been a Trump because they stumped it. It doesn't matter what the reality is you can go back and say, oh, not enough people voted for him. But there's a certain amount of momentum that was catching, and if it didn't come out like it did, where they all, whatever, then that would have been. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong. It's
I just think
I'm in
he
favor
was
of
fucked
it.
from the get-go.
And that's what I'm
Bernie
saying.
was.
But so
by,
wasn't
by Pete beating him in Iowa,
But
he was fucked.
He did. Okay, but let me just finish the thought. The difference is that the Republicans really weren't afraid of Trump exposing anything because they already knew how he played the game.
Right.
So what's he going to do? He's just going to pick people to go against that didn't like him or were, enemies of his, past, whatever.
You
But you know what I'm
go
saying?
and win the presidency is what he did. Well, back then.
But again,
16.
if they all would have ganged up on him and all those Republicans would have said, okay, we're going to stand behind this one guy and everybody's going to drop out, or we're going to stand behind this one.
Yeah, but didn't they try that with Cruz? Didn't they try running him to the end and he just didn't? They're
don't
a
know
different
why
kind of animal on that side. They just couldn't do it with him. They just could not get rid of Trump.
Yeah, I guess they didn't have a celebrity like Biden to run, right? There wasn't
Well,
any VPs sitting there.
I mean,
Dick Cheney wasn't running.
yeah. I'm telling you, man, that has weight, though. And whether any of us like it or not, he has weight. He was there, man. He does have weight. And he's got people, for some reason, he's got people behind. That's the only, I'm not a fan of him or whatever. I just know, these people are behind him, and he's got other people that are behind him. Unlike Bernie, he just does, for some reason, man, I don't know the
Because he
reasons.
didn't play the game. He
Huh?
was the one that doesn't play the game. So they knew that
But
that
Trump
guy was
wasn't
gonna
either.
fuck their
You
shit.
can't tell me Trump played a game.
No, Trump
He
is
plays-
not a game player. That's why.
No,
he's
listen,
different,
he
that's for
plays
sure.
he plays the
He
business
plays
game.
his own game.
He plays
his
the
own-
game. He does.
Right.
You don't become a billionaire by not playing a game. Like with the way that you live, the way that you sell yourself, the way that you market yourself. And he
But the
He
fast
branded
talking
everything.
and the talking and saying I don't give a fuck, whatever, really gained him a lot of merit though too against the average Trump fan.
but
Basically,
I think that's all that was calculated.
yeah.
Calculated
Yeah.
more than shooting from the hip. And that brings us back to where I'm bringing up this new story that just came out a half hour ago of another whistleblower. But I just read like the main paragraph of the complaint.
Right.
And I already knew that. Like, I already knew that information.
Right.
That this guy got ousted. It's like, why did he get ousted? Of course he did. And then you find out, oh, guess what, guys? Guess why he got ousted? And you're like, why? Because they didn't like him and he was going to, didn't agree with their use of
Wasn't gonna play ball.
hydrochloroquine. Oh,
Yeah.
really? We already knew that.
We did,
Right.
but this is confirmation.
I know.
Yeah. Which is always
Confirmation
good to get.
helps.
And so
It
now it's
does.
going to be, and
yeah,
now
it's not a conspiracy theory.
Right.
However-
exactly.
Yeah. However, the debate is already out, and the debate is always in the same. It's like split.
Oh, I mean,
if
yeah.
not
If you
in
talk to
favor
one of
the
his,
stupid and the uninformed, or
Yeah.
the cronyism, or the
you talk to one of Trump's boys, it's fucking like you said. First thing you said,
is that he only
It's
reason why he
fake.
did it. He's fake because
Yeah.
he made it up because of that.
right?
And now
Because
he's gonna
they
make some
because
money
they
on it.
demoted him.
Now he's gonna write a book and he'll make money.
Fuck, we should write a fucking book and hope to make money. You got another tune for us?
I do.
All right.
All right, we're hitting 6:03, man.
All right.
We're getting get her done.
Dinner time for Uwa. He's got to get going.
Well, I gotta.
No,
Well,
yeah.
much like this election and much like many elections before it that are letdowns, this song is titled Letdowns.
All
All
right.
right.
Thanks, Jesse. Mang and Neads Show.
Mang and Neads
Sonic Gardens Radio.
Radio.
Think I'll leave this old town today, 'cause it ain't doing me no good. But even if I have to go away, cause all the things you're going through now can only make a person break down. And even though I know how it sounds, all the other things are letdowns. Cause all the things you're going through now can only make a person break down. And even though I know how it sounds, all the other things are letdowns. Well, I've been going hard for all my life, and everything is fair that comes to me. And even though the sun has set on you, the sky's giving way to something new. Cause all the things you're going through now can only make a person break down. And even though I know how it sounds, all the other things are let down. Cause all the things you're going through now can only make a person break down. And even though I know how it sounds, all the other things are let down. All the other things are let down.
Yeah.
All right, Jesse.
Hot jam.
Hot Jam. You're listening to the Mang and Neads Show live
Very
on
good,
Sonic
man.
Gardens Radio. Special
Very
guest,
good.
Jesse Tressler.
Throw that on the EP.
We also, of course, have Chris giving us our
Yeah, Chris made it.
background ambiance.
Oh, yeah. Fresh out the farm.
Take this time to say not to smoke cigarettes, kids.
Yeah.
I've smoked a lot of them.
Don't do it.
But if you do smoke cool Marlboro brand for a fresh, relaxing blend.
Oh,
Yeah.
damn. We're definitely going to get fucking axed for that one.
Kick in the dick.
YouTube breaking the rules.
Oh, really?
No, I don't know.
Is
I'm not sure. I mean, I agree
Cool,
to the
man.
I agree to the
I didn't think about
guidelines,
that.
but I'm basically like, yeah, whatever. You tell me what the guidelines are.
Right.
It just became an 18 and over show now.
But
Right.
definitely, like, we're on 51 days here. 51 days
51.
straight.
50.
We've been running the Mang and Needs show.
5.
And,
1.
we're looking for guests to come
Cinco. Uno.
in, do what Jesse's doing.
50.
I know there's a lot of talent out there, so anybody interested in coming in and dropping some songs, we'd be happy to
Drop
hear
it
from you.
like it's
I'm
hot.
gonna start reaching out to a few more people, see who else we can get in here too. But
That's what we do
I'm
here.
hoping to get on a rotation. Like
The
I said, we
reach
got
around.
it clean. There's a private entrance. There's a private area that's basically your own room. When Jesse leaves, I'm
We're
gonna
gonna
clean
spray
up.
him off. Oh.
We're gonna spray it off.
Please.
We're gonna wipe down all the
Hot-
handles. We're gonna
Hot
get a,
steaming water.
We're gonna do a floor cleaning. We're gonna
Yeah.
do a full dusting and clean up of the area, and we'll be ready for another guest. And like I said, that's one a day, so it's not like we have like multiple people coming in here after Jesse. It's just Jesse's in, Jesse's out, and then tomorrow,
He's
you
in,
know,
he's out.
roughly 20 hours later, we'll be able to seat a new guest.
That's how it all started. Coming in
And I think that we are being responsible. I'm a huge believer that we don't want to spread this, but
Absolutely,
I think
me too.
that we
but
are being responsible by just the way this is going about.
we're responsible motherfuckers.
And we'll keep a log, obviously, of everybody that's in and out of this place.
Don't worry, we got it on tape.
And
Film.
yeah, little hint out there. Anybody looking for investment? I think anybody looking to invest in automatic door openers is
Yeah.
going to be a really big hit. in
Anybody
the
wants to send
upcoming
me some
years.
fucking sunglasses, I'll take a pair. I'm looking for a sunglass sponsor. Other than that, I hope your day's going well. We have any breaking news besides the 535 whistleblower?
No, I mean, I don't know. You got anything?
I don't have anything. You know me.
I'm always looking.
I just throw ideas to you and then.
Wow, little special ad there. So, simply put, in this latest, looks like analysis that Donald Trump
Fuck
just
is that?
broke the
Oh.
most basic rule.
What do you got now?
of
Oh, I love
politics.
anything.
not
simply
me. I get
put-
mad about everything.
What is it? We've got a masked guest. I need to see it. I can't see it fucking underneath a fucking
The lion
bed.
is a lion. He does what he
All
wants.
right. Put it-
Does what he wants and what he needs to do. Worrying about what his prey think about him is pointless. Their opinions are of no
Wait, is that it?
consequence. Thinking about them at all is a waste of the lion's time.
Oh, all right. All right. All right. She'll give it to her friend. That's her and Kathy, right? All right. Bring her, make her a nut. She'll be so happy, seriously. I'll have her Facebook message you. She'll want to chat. That was a masked man. Do you see him?
Yeah,
I
JB.
fucking
Oh
saw him.
man, he's still got internet issues. We've been talking about this for way too
Dude,
many days.
I've been on and doing it. It's got to be the cable, either
Yeah.
that or his box. Does he have a bad box? Do we have a different?
I know, that's all I can think.
Can we put another box over there and just see if that's the case? And if it is, we'll take the box back and then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like his modem might be.
What about no? Also, let's plug his computer right into the. That's what we got to do, JB.
He went. He gone.
All right, I'll go talk to him.
He's gone.
He thinks I hate him probably because I haven't figured it out yet.
I mean, if he got over here before
Either that
midnight
or
every day, maybe we could fucking be around and be up and work with him. All right. So what do we got? It's 6:11.
All right.
I've about reached my fucking.
Jesse,
I am getting hungry.
You want to give us one more song and we'll close this baby out?
You can make it a fucking medley.
You
if
got
you
one?
want anything.
Yeah, I got.
I know you got him.
You got a
I know
whole.
you got
He
him.
brought 2 guitars. The motherfucker's got songs.
All right, hey everybody, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to the Mang and Neads Show
Mang
live
and
on
Neads.
Sonic Gardens Radio.
Live.
We're looking to get 1,000 subscribers. If anybody can help us out, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button.
Tell your cousin.
We run this show daily about 4 o'clock, so join us.
That's
Shoot us some
every
banner.
day.
Give us a
If you wanna
like,
do,
a comment, you know,
A shout out.
and we'll.
Give us a shout out.
All right.
If you have your own YouTube channel, give us a shout out.
Yeah.
Tell
Always
your
say,
friend.
Anybody, go see the Book Peddler. He's one of
Yes.
my biggest, or one of my favorite channels to watch. He's got so much cool stuff.
He's
on
our most favorite
And,
book peddler.
And man, we're gonna get the peddler in here too with his harmonica.
Oh man,
Beautiful.
that motherfucker. Oh wow.
All right.
Wow.
Thanks to Jesse. Thanks to Chris. Thanks to Josh. And Mang and
Thanks.
Neads Show, man.
Mang and Neads,
Sonic
man.
Gardens.
You know what we do? We make it happen.
Word.
Hit us up.
All right.
Let's have.
This one is called No Tomorrow. No? All right. Say that anger lies within you, and that it burns you at both ends. I never asked for all this trouble, and maybe that's why I'm depressed. Someday everything you do is gonna be for nothing. So don't waste the time you have. I've fallen down with grief and soaked up all the pain. I hit the bottom, but I'm rolling in my grave. I can't take more of this sorrow. I'm up to my ears, and
mAng and Neads.